a bottle on the dresser by your ring. It's empty.
Shawn Franks and Dustin Hendricks. We are Chapter 11, the creators and people the same. Pick up the piano, smash it too. Hold on. Alright. Ah, it's down buttered. What else? What else do we do? Shoot at it. No, damn it, no gun. Kid stole it. None of that. Stab it. Stab it mercilessly. Pick a booger and flick it at it. Bows and arrows. Did you set the tip on fire? There we go. He lit it on fire. Rap gas. Oh, it's a flame. It's hot in there. I was actually invited to go do a show with one of my good buddies, Dustin Perkins, and we were on the way back in the Dustin Perkins van, JB and the Moonshine Band, and he was like, "Man, I got this," because he was talking about writing songs and how he's been kind of writing this left field material, and he's like, "But this guy is just, his voice is velvet," and I was like, "All right." So he started showing me and my buddy Michael. Mikey, this guy named Chris Stapleton, and his voice was just pristine. And so I went home and I learned his deal, and I was like, Whiskey and You, because that's the one song. I mean, he's got a lot of songs, they're all great, but Whiskey and You is the one that really jumped out, and I was just like, ooh, because that's one of the ones that's just the, you know, if you've ever had somebody that's left, or if you've ever had somebody that, you know, you had so much with, and then one day it was just cut off. You know, you can really feel that song and put it into your life and your perspective.
Whiskey and You is obviously the big one. I mean, we did it all right. We hired the radio promoter. Dylan Steen was just amazing. Been so good for this song and for so many other artists already. And I mean, he's pushed it way up on the charts. But it probably never would have happened if it wasn't for Brian Dotson, who is the guitar player, one of the guitar players on the record. And we were sitting there, we had already tracked Whiskey and You, and it was done. His vocals were done, they were all prettied up and, you know, nice, even, mixed, perfect, everything's good. And then it was like the third mix day that we were working on mixing the album, and he comes over to the house and he's like, "Hey man, just think about this. What if Whiskey and You was a duet?" And it's just like, grabbed my phone, knew exactly who to call, called Aubrey Lynn England up and was like, "Hey, I've got a song here, I need you on."
So Dustin called and he said he was working on a project, and he wanted to do sort of kind of a duet or something with a song that they had worked on the project, and I didn't know anything about it. And I said, "Well, who do you want me to sing with?" And he said, "Well, Shawn Franks is the lead vocal on this collaboration that we've come up with." And I said, "Okay." Don't look at me.
I don't wait.
Look away. Look away.
I am not an animal.
I'm going to pay my bill.
I really wanted me to die.
Dustin called. I'd worked with Dustin before and really respect the work that he does here in the studio. And so I said, "Send me the song. You know, let me check it out." And I said, first of all, who wrote this song, because it's amazing, and secondly, who's singing it, because these vocals are impeccable. So I said, I think there's a cool blend. I was singing along with it and in the house, and I was like, yeah, I think we can do some cool background vocals on this. And that's all we intended to do. We didn't really go in making it a duet. It just ended up that we placed the vocals in the place that they ended up. But I sang background vocals on the entire thing. When, you know, I harmonized with all the choruses and everything like that. And then we came back in the control room and we're like, what if we do this? If we just put you on the verse and the chorus, it's kind of like you were over here, Shawn's telling his story, and then boom, you put another element, another layer on her. That there's a girl who feels this way too, and they're not really singing it to each other. she sat there individually telling the story about, hey, I got a problem too, and I'm hurting too, and it's not just the guy missing the girl was missing the guy too. So I was like, that's something that hadn't been done with that particular song before, to my knowledge. And so I thought it was something pretty special when we got down to the nitty gritty of it, and Dustin mixed it down, and I was like, that's it, you know, and everybody in the room was like, leave this, yeah, it needs nothing else.
Called her up, and she listened to it and just came over the next day and just smashed her part. I mean, like, one-taked it, and it was done.
What time was it? I think he called me at like 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock in the morning. Hey, man, I got this idea. Check this out. Just hear me out. And I was like, what's up? It's like, duet. And I was like, you talking about Whiskey and You? He's like, yeah. I was like, and he told me Aubrey Lynn. I was like, dude, man, it'll be like a
phenomenal.
Brad Paisley and Alison Krauss type deal with what is their song? Whiskey Lullaby.
Funny enough.
Yeah, it's funny enough. And so I was like, yeah, dude. He's like, well, all right, be at the studio tomorrow at 12 o'clock. So I come over, and she comes in, and she's got her little girl with her, and we were in here, and it turned out that they start tracking this, and I'm outside. I'm babysitting out here, and I'm listening as I'm putting the PlayStation together. I'm just like, ooh, that's tasty. That's zesty right there. You know, that's zesty with a little bit of sauce.
It gave us chills when she hit that first line.
And she
that I got a problem line. Just, I mean, everybody. There was 3 or 4 people in the room.
And she come in with the paper that's all crinkly, like she'd been reading it, stuff like that.
Marking notes on it.
Right.
But everybody's mouth dropped in this room. It was amazing. Just, I mean, like, it almost felt like sparkles hit the entire room, and we're just tingled. Goosebumps.
I come back in here, and I've still got the snot rag in my hand because I had to blow her nose, and I was just like, "What was that?" And he was just like, "That was Aubrey." There's a bottle on the dresser by your ring, and it's empty. So right now I don't feel a thing, and I'll be hurting when I wake up on the floor, but I'll be over it by noon. Between whiskey and you, and come tomorrow, I can walk in any store, it ain't no problem, and they'll always sell me more. But your forgiveness, well, that's something I can't buy. There ain't a thing that I can do. That's the difference between whiskey and you. One's the devil, one keeps driving me insane. At times I wonder if they ain't both the same. One's a liar, it helps to hide me from my pain. And one's a long gone bitter truth. That's the difference between whiskey and you.
I got a problem, but it ain't like what you think. I drink because I'm lonesome, and I'm lonesome cause I drink. If I don't break down, bring it on myself, it'll head out of the blue. That's the difference between whiskey and you. say one's a liar.
Helps to hide me from my pain.
What's a long gone bitter truth?
That's the difference.
Between whiskey and you.
Oh, that's the difference between whiskey.
Well, during the making of this video, Sean actually died. Sean actually died because his stool broke and went through his dead.
It was a conspiracy, really.
It was a conspiracy.
Dustin just told me, I was like, what are you doing this for, the album? You know, not just particularly this song. I said, what are you doing it for? And he was like, I'm just trying to check a box on my bucket list. You know, I just wanted to do one, and I did it. And, you know, that's all I was going to do. And I was like, well, I don't know very much about radio, period. But I do know a little bit, and I don't know anything about pop radio or indie rock or anything in that genre, but I do know a little bit about Texas radio, and those people have worked in every market of radio. Anybody who's involved in DJing and program directing, they've all moved. Just like all of us have changed bands or changed jobs or anything like that, they've all moved around, they networked, and they may know some people that could have helped Dustin with the rest of his record. But I said, this particular song works in both worlds. I said, this the way that y'all produce this, it has more, in my mind, it had more potential with that countryside out of every other track, because it was the different one. It was the one track that was different than everything else, but it still was a cool element to his whole project. And I said, you know, I can talk to some people and see if they like it. I can send it to some DJs and some radio promoters that I know and just see what their opinions are. And immediately I was getting this, holy crap, where did this come from? Like, all of the DJs were like, can I play this now? Like, I want to put this on my show now. And I was like bombarded with all this wonderful feedback, and I was like, Dustin, we really gotta do something with this, because if not, it's gonna be a missed opportunity, and that would be really unfortunate. So we got with a radio promoter, we got with Dylan Steen, and he's been busting his butt, and he's really been doing a great job with it, because I've never seen, especially on a ballad song in Texas radio, from an unknown band, period, and the only recognizable name anywhere to radio would have been just that I was featured on it, but only like this much, because I only had this much exposure to radio. But they had taken to it so quickly, and over the last 7-8 weeks we're already in places that would take a normal unknown artist to get in like twice the amount of time. So it's just it's been very overwhelming to know that that could happen. But it's the combination of the production in the song, the way the song is written, and the fact that we all worked as a team to come around and say, we're going to bust our butts and promote this, and we're going to do a good job, and we're going to take this from nobody to somebody, and from nobody hearing it except right here in the studio to everybody hearing it, and it's getting that.
Couldn't have done it without you guys, because you guys are the people that have called the radio stations, have requested the song.
You've worked your butt off as hard as we have, and it shows. And keep it going, keep us going to the top. I mean, let's go top 10. That'd be great. You can hit us up on Facebook. We comment back to everybody and talk to everybody who likes our pages and talks to us about it. So, I mean, we're very supportive of you. Please be supportive of us.
I mean, we're the same everyday people that you see walking down the street, or you see at the store, and come up to us and shake hands. We're a little more quirky. We're weird.
You can take us in doses.
Musicians are weird. Don't get me wrong. We're not the same, but we are the same. Like, if you call me on my phone, I'm gonna answer. Be like, hey, bro.
Yeah.
So we're not, I couldn't say it. But we're normal people. We are absolutely normal people that are just trying to make this our career.
Yeah.
Trying to make this our. This is our ultimate goal. It's the awakening. Wake up.
So really, we just want to thank all the program directors and all the DJs across Texas and beyond for just believing in a song like this that, to us, is a cover song that we just really believe in the production and the whole work of art itself. And thanks for giving a ballad a shot on Texas radio and for giving an unknown band a shot, because us little guys, like, we don't really get a lot of support, but you guys have been incredibly supportive, so thank you very much. And thanks to everybody who's been requesting it with Texas Radio. And you can pick it up now on iTunes. It's been available for a while now, and you can also pick up the entire album on Chapter 11, The Awakening. So go out and do that for us, please.
And
I forget the way I'm falling, locked away inside your trust. Everything seems so perfect, like steel with no rust. I can sit inside your comfort, nothing's what they seem. My feet start to falter, like running in your dreams. Don't let me down. You're the
I'm Sean Franks,
And I'm Dustin Hendricks.
and we're Chapter 11.
I know what's going on in there. What's this robot box thing we got going on there? What you guys trying to pull? What are you doing in there? I can see other people inside of there. I don't know about all of this.